Many of us struggle with a negative mindset because we don't know what we really want. We lack clarity. Too many passively live their lives and follow some prescribed script of what they should be doing. I've encountered so many people who are working in professions they don't love, but what their parents wanted for them. People who are in unfulfilling relationships because they didn't want to be alone or felt it was time to get married. Individuals who watch others create products, inventions, or programs that they've dreamt about, but convince themselves they were insignificant or dumb. There are so many people going through life without clarity or direction, purpose or passion. How many of you are where you are right now and can't really say how you got there? We make decisions in our lives all the time, but too often they are made out of fear. Fear of the unknown or being uncomfortable keeps us at the status quo. We undervalue our ability to do the things we love because we lack confidence in ourselves. What if we made a decision on clarity of purpose, envisioning where we are going, what we want to do, and who we want to become, instead of ignoring our potential? Remember this: clarity pulls you toward your future, and a lack of clarity pushes you through life. When you are clear about what you want, it's important to focus your energy on that goal. In other words, keep your eyes on the prize. I was talking to one of my members of an online business community that I belong to the other day, and he was struggling with the level of income he was bringing into his business. And in his desperation, he was throwing a bunch of stuff out there in order to find any takers who would buy what he had to offer. He wanted me to give him even more ideas or strategies to make money now. His challenge, however, was not that he wasn't making money, but that he was consumed with not making money. The focus of his energy was scarcity, poverty, and lack. And as a result, he was living in a fear, overwhelm, and guilt. He was reacting to his circumstances and not taking ownership of it. Can you relate to it? I worked with him in redirecting his energy to what he did want. By getting him to redirect his focus to the clarity he once had in his business and where he wanted to be in his business, he could then redirect his energy toward those necessary tasks that would reinforce income-producing activities. While it made sense, the challenge he and most others face is the reality of the situation. This can only work with belief that you are the co-creator of your reality. Only then can you shift your scarcity mindset to one of abundance and success. It doesn't happen overnight, but a new set of activities can move you in the right direction. Vision requires execution. I remember there was an episode of Frasier, one of my all-time favorite comedies, where he was learning how to ride a bike. In the episode, he kept running into trees and mailboxes and benches and any obstacle that was in his sight. Why? Because he was fixated on not running into them. Because he kept focusing on what he didn't want to happen. He, in effect, trained his brain to see every obstacle and head straight in that direction. This is called targeted fixation. In many ways, we've taught our brains to fixate on obstacles, on roadblocks, the wrong people, bad advice, scarcity, lack of money, or other negatives that we've told ourselves we don't want. And as a result, our brain seeks them out and presents them to us as we've instructed it to. We do this most often in our self-talk, how we frame the stories in our life, our current circumstances, and even how we feel about ourselves gives life and energy to those thoughts and feelings. Ask yourself, do I tend to talk about what's not working or the exciting opportunities ahead? Do I talk about myself in derogatory and demeaning ways, or with supportive, positive, and encouraging words? Your unconscious mind doesn't decipher between right and wrong. It simply follows orders. How do we change this? Through positive affirmations, celebrating every victory or success, and speaking words of life and love to ourselves daily. As with anything you've learned in life, it takes two fundamental things to make a change: time and practice. If you can commit training your brain to focus on the things you want, you will create the energy necessary to attract them your way. Don't underestimate the power of your environment. Social media, television, movies, and magazines, and well-meaning friends represent external stimuli that can positively or negatively influence your self-esteem and self-worth. Pay attention to which are the most influencing negative forces and begin replacing them with things that will pull you forward toward what you want. Awareness will be your greatest tool in this process. And when in doubt, look past your current situation to the magic that lies ahead. Wishing you all the success.